Hello and welcome to our fifth instalment of personal finance in these post-COVID times. For those that haven't tuned in before, I'm Linda Sturgis and I'm an authorised financial advisor, and I've been around in this industry since the 1987 crash, so I've seen this volatility before. My mission is to help millennials be better with their finances. So today I'm going to take you through a book that changed my life, and I hope it has an impact on yours. You know the drill, but I'll remind you again, this is not personalised advice, as I don't know your personal situation, and I'm definitely not trying to sell you anything. So let's have a look at the FOG behavioural model. So this is the brainchild of a behavioural scientist called BJ Fogg, and it looks at how we can change a behaviour for when three things come together. That is your motivation, your ability, and some prompts. So on the vertical axis is your motivation to do something, and this ranges from low to high. And on the horizontal axis, this is your ability to do something. So it can either be hard to do or easy to do. Prompts are simply reminders to do a behaviour. So if you have a prompt that's below the action line, what you'll find is it's the motivation to do it may be low, and the ability to do it's hard. So it's simply you just won't do. But if we have a prompt that's above the action line, then you're more likely to do that behaviour. So let's have a look at how do we create a tiny habit that can help you with your personal finances. So now I'm going to help you design your own tiny habit. So first thing that BJ Fogg, the behavioural scientist, created was this recipe card. Now it really helps you just break it down to an A, B, C. So A is your anchor moment. So it's something that exists in your current routine that reminds you to do your tiny behaviour. So I don't enjoy doing exercise. So the first thing I have anchored my tiny habit on is the feel of the carpet beneath my feet when I get out of bed. So find what works for you in your anchor, and then that will remind you to do your tiny habit. Now B is for behaviour. So what is that tiny behaviour? And then scale it back to it's super easy. So BJ Fogg talks about doing 2 push-ups each time he goes for a wee. That's kind of hard if you're in a business suit, so find out what works for you with your tiny behaviour. But what I do is I go the feel of the carpet. My tiny behaviour is to do 2 sit-ups every morning, so I hit the floor. Now C is celebration. Now this is important to do because this is where the habit gets hardwired into your brain. It gives you a feeling called shine. So it can be anything. You can see, yourself doing a big power pose or a fist pump, whatever causes you just to smile a little and actually think, well done. So for me it is simply that, well done you. So how can we create a tiny habit that will help you with your personal finance? So what I'm doing here is I'm creating one that could work for you, and again, play with it and try it until you find out a recipe that works for you. So the anchor moment is something that I want you to think about. In this example I've used the touch of your plastic. So when you feel your payment card, you're about to hand it over, I want you to pause and just think, is it a need or is it a want? And then even if that doesn't slow you down and you just do decide to still go and purchase, at least you've taken that time to embed that tiny habit, that behaviour into your routine. So you've paused and you've thought about it. It's your mindful spending moment that we've talked about before. And C is that celebrate. And I'll be honest, I felt like a bit of a dork the first time I did it, but make it right for you. So it could be, fireworks going off, and I think in this I've just imagined the roar of the crowd going, well done you. So well done. Play around with this tiny habits. Make one that will work for you. Don't worry if you get it wrong and you can't stick to it. Just keep playing with it until you can find a habit that sticks for you. As always, please reach out to me, DM, email, if you've got any feedback, because I want to make sure I'm talking about things that are of interest to you. Thank you.